At Business Models Inc., one of our key products is actually this book, the Business Model Generation book, within there the Business Model Canvas, which helps companies and entrepreneurs on how to create more value for their customers, how to redesign their business. And we were based in Amsterdam. We had our office over there. And when doing a few projects in the US, we noticed that the Business Model Generation book is really highly adopted within the US. All universities are using it. People don't want to write the business plans anymore. They're actually using the Business Model Canvas. So we said out of Amsterdam, like, we need to be there ourselves, right? We are the ones that need to be in the US to help companies with the implementation of this. A lot of companies these days are really struggling. There's so much uncertainty happening in the world around us, and all these changes that have a direct impact on your business, and you're like, what to do? And people used to write a lot of business plans, and writing business plans takes forever. And by the time it's done, the world changed again. Plus, it's very hard to explore options in a business plan. So we help the organizations with coming up with new business models, new strategies in a very co-creative way. Now we say we're not writing reports for you, right? That's you don't hire us to write a report because that just disappears in a closet anyway. We help you to do it together with you. We're really going to co-create your strategy. For us, like, it's either East Coast New York or it's going to be West Coast San Francisco. There were a few considerations that we had there. The actual decision maker was the fact that here in San Francisco, we found a real great person, Justin, as our managing director for the San Francisco office, because one of the key ingredients of establishing a company here is that you're doing that together with a local person. One of our key values in Business Models Inc. is being uncompromising. So that also means we can be pretty direct and say no to organizations. I know in the beginning when I was here, my colleague Justin kicked me under the table a couple of times, like, Maaike, no, right? This is you're going too hard, right? With the Dutch directness. So there is you need to adopt a little bit. But what I've also learned is that they really appreciate that directness. It's just the way how you bring it. It's in the beginning you need to really take that into account because you don't want to offend anyone. But they do appreciate that. That's not easy. It's really different, specifically in an environment like San Francisco, where competition on the market in recruitment is insane, right? If you look at salary packages and these kind of things, it's really crazy compared to what I was used to in Amsterdam. And it's all about personal network as well, what I see. I mean, one of the things that I do, I'm also a professor at the California College of the Arts. I'm the professor of business models for the Design Thinking MBA. And that turned out to be a very good recruiting ground because we work there together with the students and they really apply the design thinking for business. That's what they learn. And since I work together with them, I have a good view on, like, hey, who are the good people in here, right? And so that's been an amazing recruitment ground that we have. There are definitely differences between the Silicon Valley, San Francisco, and the Netherlands. What is very often shocking if you come over from the Netherlands is the social system here really doesn't work. And if you walk around in San Francisco, specifically the first time that you arrive, it can be pretty shocking, right? You see a lot of homeless people on the street and you see, wow, there's something wrong with that part of the system. But the things that are really positive here, it's the mindset. It's really the mindset about, if I want to do this, I can do this. I can make it work and I can make it happen. And in the Netherlands, we're like, oh yeah, let's do something here. Maybe we can make this successful in Amsterdam. Ooh, maybe we expand it a little bit in the Randstad. But here it's immediately global, right? Let's think big. And I knew this whole think big was something different, but it definitely took me quite a while to really see and understand what that really means, that think big and dare to take risk. Every day, literally, planes full of people arrive here in Silicon Valley, also from the Netherlands, with a lot of entrepreneurs that are like, I want to be in San Francisco, I want to be in Silicon Valley and start my own company there. They often visit our office as well, because the business model canvas, the design thinking is something that they often apply. But what I very often see is when these people arrive, I call them innovation tourists. It's really, they sort of sit back with the bag of popcorn in front of them, like, you tell me what I need to do to be innovative, and then, okay, I absorb, and I go home again, and nothing is happening. So what we saw also together with the consulate, like, we want to change that mindset a little bit more. How can we activate people? How can we get people more prepared that when they arrive, they know it's not just consuming, right? You don't act like a tourist, really be part of it, and really be clear about what do you want here, right? Why are you here, and how can you get that? I think the Dutch culture in general is about under-promise, over-deliver. We like to keep it a bit low, like, yeah, this is what we do, but then really come back with some quality. And what you see in the businesses here, it's mainly about like, yeah, we're gonna promise you the moon and we're gonna do something big, and then only actually deliver half of that. So if everyone else is over-promising and under-delivering, then that's what the customer knows. And if you're doing it the other way around, they actually think you're gonna deliver less than what you're telling them. Well, the Dutch way is actually the other way around. So you have to make sure you understand that and you're part of that game. Otherwise, you just put yourself out of the games. If you consider moving over to Silicon Valley with your company, definitely spend some time here before you make that move. I mean, you can be here for 3 months without any visa, right? So that's pretty simple. So be here those 3 months. Really invest in the market, be open for it. Don't try to just copy paste what you've done in the Netherlands and apply that here, but really explore and learn those 3 months. It's a huge investment, right? It's a huge investment in time, means you cannot spend time on what you've been doing in the Netherlands, but how can you build that further here? How can you expand the network? Don't do it on your own. Find someone locally here, someone who has that local network. No matter on which business you are, make sure you find that local hire first that can do it together with you before you make the move over to the US.